What's going on, troublemakers? So, today I wanted to talk not about Summoner's War, but about this game that's still pretty new. It's only a month and a half old, less than a month and a half old. It's called War of Crown. A lot of you probably heard about it. They do a lot of heavy advertising. If you play Summoner's War, you've probably seen the ads and those daily pop ups when you start up your game. And I know TMG does some videos on this. However, this isn't going to be one of those tips or trick videos. The game is still new, and I just downloaded this game earlier today. However, even though I downloaded it earlier today, it's a pretty fun game. I'm pretty hooked. If I had to describe the playstyle, it's a cross between Final Fantasy X with Fire Emblem. For those of you who have played Final Fantasy X and Fire Emblem, so there's that. I just wanted to quickly go through parts of the game here. So this is your home screen. You're in a bar in a tavern, and if you click on any of the characters, it'll bring up dialogue with them. Um, so on my second, so in this game you do summons through through these red rubies at the top. Um, they're called garnets. So you get one free summon every day, and then you can either spend one summon for 30 or get 11 for 300, similar to a premium pack in Summoner's War. However, you don't get the scrolls and then spend more. You just summon, and then you have your friend summons, which summon either Evo Nyangs or Revo Nyangs. Evo Nyangs are similar to Angelmon, and the Revo Nyangs are similar to the King Angelmon. Um, Also, Revo Nyangs don't have an element, and the Evo Nyangs do. So there's that as well. So anyway, I've done 3 of the 11 summons for 300 crystals. They give you garnets out the wazoo when you first start this game. It's crazy. Just for even playing the game, they give you 300 right off the bat, and then they give you 50 if you have a hive, which if you play Summoners War, you probably do. And then just the beginning missions, they give you a lot, and it's insane. Like there's still so much that I haven't done. But anyway, so there's this new character they've been advertising, even though the game's only been out for a little over a month, named Callius. And on why is it not working? And on my second summon, I pulled the fire Callius. So there's elements in this game, just like in Summoner's War. It's the same elements: fire, water, wind, light, dark. However, the gameplay is completely different. The abilities are different. So he has 3 abilities and a passive. And I have to say, getting him so early on, I really feel like it made the game into easy mode for me. It he's just so powerful. He has 2 huge AOE damage abilities, an amazing leader skill, and his passive isn't the most like sought after passive, but it's more of a PvP passive. From what I can tell, it's not really so. It's PvE too, but it's more PvP than PvE because PvE is typically not as hard as a PvP. You're not going against a thinking person. You're going against a computer who has set rules and whatever. So there's that. You can get equipment and they give you a lot of equipment and everything too. Um, I just got my first 5-star equipment, Shout of Love. I think this might be an event equipment. I'm not sure, but I got it from a equipment pool. So instead of runes in this game, you have equipment, and you can get equipment through equipment summons, or you can get it by playing through the scenario modes. Um, and the 4-star dagger that Callius is holding right here, the dagger of Ignito, as well as this, I think I got from the summon tickets they give you. So it's a pretty great game. I want to show you a real quick. We'll do the first adventure. I want to show you really quick what the gameplay is like, just so you guys can see. So we're just gonna bring in this random team. It's not gonna matter much. And then so when you enter the battle screen, you have your 4 characters, and then you have 2 additional missions where you get additional garnets if you beat those missions. So it'll take 3 energy to play, and then every time you play a mission, you have the option of bringing a friend into battle. So you have four, and if you don't bring a friend, like if I select him, it'll give me a warning like, would you like to continue without a companion? Yes or no. And you'll have your four, and if you bring your companion, you'll have five. It'll just start the game, it'll load, and then you'll have five people. So some of those extra missions though say like you can't bring a friend into battle, so you have to only use your members, or you can only use members like including your friend whose total star grades are less than like 17 or 25, and so the grades of your monsters added together plus your friends have to equal that number or less. Otherwise, you'll fail the mission. All right, so it's on auto. All right, so this is what I mean by Final Fantasy X. So the turn order is over on the side here, and the character at the bottom is currently the one who's playing. So he has these three abilities. You can select each one, and you can see that if I select the ability, the red scales are the scales I can attack at. They change based on the range of the ability. And then the blue scales are scales I can move to. So I click, he'll move to that scale. Um, and if I just click on the enemy, and I can select whatever ability I want, it'll also show you on the bottom where you see the enemy. His HP, according to how much damage I do, he'll still have. The estimated damage I'll do is 126 if he doesn't block it or dodge it, which it's nice. So that's the damage you should do. But the opponent, or if the opponent's attacking you, then you have a chance to either block, so you'll take a percentage reduced damage, or even dodge it completely, which is really unlikely because most units have a dodge rate of 0 or 10, from what I can see, and you have to increase it through your your accessories or your weapons. So, but you can see, if I do 126 damage, he'll have some HP left. This will do 181. He'll still survive, but just barely. Or I can do my third ability, and that'll do no damage because his third ability is an AOE, but it just decreases physical attack. It doesn't do any damage. So I'll attack with him. Attack with the second ability, almost kill him. And I'll just wait with him and him. So the friend I brought into battle, this is a water Kalias, but the amount of damage that he does is just so insane. So, all right, let's use this ability. 1027. When my unit only did like 181. So the amount of damage. That's why I think pulling him on my second summon it made the game a little too easy. So, anyways, I just wanted to show you guys the game real quick. They have story modes as well as adventure modes. So the story modes shows you obviously the story behind the game, and the adventure mode is what I was showing you just now. It's like a scenario. They have the fairy realm, which gives you items you need to evolve your hero, as well as they give you the Niangs for experience, so you can level up your heroes, which is really nice. And then they have wanted. So while you're going throughout the scenario mode, every so often, after you beat the entire thing on normal, then you go through it again on heroic and then mythic after that. And starting on heroic, whenever you go through the levels, randomly you'll encounter units, and a poster will flash across the screen. And you have the option to go here, and if you're not, you can click later, and then you can come to the screen later, and you can put up to 10 wanted assignments at a time. And wanted assignments vary in difficulty, but they can give you really great items, and they can give you a lot of gold. So they're really good things to do if you can complete them. Then they have the story mode itself. Hero Song. So this is the current event that's going on. If you beat the entire thing, you get Zillion, who was just released along with Kalias. Kalias is a 5-star unit. Zillion is a 4-star unit. So there's that, and then there's the arena, which it's okay. The entire thing, it's nice. You select your team, and you and your opponent take turns selecting your team, and you get to see what they pick. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of fun. You can strategize around that, or you can just pick whatever you want. I have 2 wins, 5 losses. To be honest, I put my game on auto. However, even though it's on auto, I still have to select the champions, and I keep forgetting to do that. I'm like, oh yeah, it'll play itself, and then I look back and it's timed out. So Those were actually four of my five losses, but it's really this game is a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy along with Fire Emblem. So when I decided, you know what, this game's at the top of the charts right now, I'll try it, and I played it. It was great, and I looked up online, and it turns out TMG does videos on this as well as Summoner's War, and I was like, wow, that's great, but there was nothing introducing the game. So this is a little bit of a long game. I just wanted to take you around the game a little bit. In the future, I'll be back with some better content with with maybe tutorials, how to's, like what units you should use, what teams are good for what. But the game's still new. There's still a lot being released. Even if you go to menus, there's still things that haven't come out yet. See, like coming soon. It hasn't been unlocked yet. It isn't there. So there's a lot of exciting things for this game. I think this game is going to be huge, and I just got in on it, and I think y'all should too. So until then, try a few new games, uh, do whatever, just stay in trouble.